So I'm back. Something happened with my camera, so I had to leave for a little while. But yes, so one of my main things about this 1 week that I learned was to just take it easy. A few days I left out, and I went to my niece's birthday party, and I went to my mom's house, just trying to get out and relax. And sorry, I'm trying to find like good. Okay, just to like get out and do some walking. Walking is, I know at first I was getting upset because I was like, why do they keep telling us to walk, 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 and this gas is killing us? And honestly, walking, that's all you can do. That's your best bet, to walk. Not only do you want to walk because you want to lose weight, and you want to make sure that your body is in movement so that it's at least toning. Walking is really good for you. It's healthy for you, especially when you're putting all that water into your body, because of course you're on a liquid diet, and then you have the salt from the broth. So walking is something good, so you can get your bowels going and everything. So I walked, and I left out of the house, and I went places, and then still enjoyed time with my family. I just sat down in the corner making sure none of the kids came over there bothering me or running towards me and stuff. So it was pretty good. I also took gas X, but it didn't do anything, and I had the extra strength. And one thing I can say is that a lot of times people were telling me to use the gas X, and I bought it, and it wasn't doing anything. You know what the trick was for me? Pickle juice. Yep, pickle juice was the big trick for me. Pickle juice helped me pass gas and have my first bowel movement after a good 4 days long. It was so long, and I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But pickle juice was my go-to thing. My mom actually told me about it because my best friend told me about broccoli, and I did not want to have the broccoli first because broccoli makes you gassy. I didn't want to make it worse, and my mom was like, try some pickle juice. That always works for me. You love eating pickles, you love eating cucumbers, and what happens after you eat that? And I was like, you know what, your girl gets cleaned out when I eat that, so let me go ahead and try. And I did. I was doing broth, sugar-free Jello, and protein shakes, the Premier and the Atkins, and I even tried the Boost, but I didn't like it. It was very thick. I wasn't into the thick protein shakes. I have my own protein shake. It's a wheat powder, strawberry flavor, and I just add water, and that's it. But I want to save all my shakes for when I go back to work, like the powder ones. I want to save those for when I go back to work, because I don't plan on buying the pre-made ones anymore. For one, they're expensive, and you get more out of the powder ones. So I don't know what's going on with my camera. Like, I'm getting like some type of light, weird something. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want to save the powder ones. I took some powder and put it into my what was that? Sugar-free Jello. I took a little apple juice, poured it into a bowl. It was a very little amount. It was like 2 ounces, almost 3 ounces of juice. I think it was 2 ounces though. And I took some Jello, some really cold Jello. I took 1 scoop of protein powder, and I put it all into a bowl, and I smushed it up really good. Not really puree, because of course you don't gotta do that with the Jello, but I think I actually used 2 sugar-free Jellos, only because it was a lot of powder and I didn't want to use any more juice. I'm not even trying to make this like sugary thing. So what I did was I mixed it all together, and then I poured them back into the 2 Jello cups and covered them up, and I put them in the refrigerator so that they can get really cold. And when I tell y'all, it was good. It was like eating some kind of pudding, or like just like a snack for me. It had this weird taste. kind of like the, you know, the jello that has the pudding already in it. It tastes like that, and it also looked like that. And since I love jello, I wasn't really too offended, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that is something that that you guys can do. It was a nice little trick to get some protein during snack time. I also put it in my vanilla pudding, and I did not add any this time I didn't add orange juice, apple juice. I added a little bit of lactose milk, very little, 1 ounce, because pudding is not as thick as, well, to me, it's not like the jello, basically. So I put a little bit of that protein wheat strawberry powder in there with the vanilla sugar-free pudding. Y'all, it was so good. I was like, yes, this is what I've been missing. And that's how you get your protein in. You want to try to get your protein in as much as you can. And I like to get my protein out of the way in the beginning of the day, so that way for the rest of the day, all I have to do is just drink water. I'm really quick to grab some water. I'm not a pop person. I haven't drunk pop in years, and when I did sample a few pops or whatever, it was like something that was quick, and I probably wanted to burp. But pop is not a big thing for me. I like juice, I really do, but I can do without juice if it's not gonna be good for me, if it's not 100% juice, if it has too many sugars and things in there like that, you know. So I'm not gonna worry about that. But yeah, it was really good for me. It was a good time, and I try to get the protein in, like I said, and then I'll have water for the rest of the day. And I have like cream of chicken, I have cream of broccoli, I have cream of mushroom, chicken noodle. Of course, I strain out the stuff that's in there, but like the noodles and stuff. But here's the thing, I'm not a big rice eater. I'm not a big pasta eater. I love pasta, but I've always made my pasta with zucchini noodles and the shrimp and the sausage and the chicken. And that's because I was on keto for a while. And so with that, I've started to change a lot of stuff, the way I make it, and I introduce it to my husband and my kids, and they only like it that way. They don't really even prefer anything with the pasta unless it's spaghetti or masticholi. But with the masticholi, I stopped making masticholi altogether, and my husband doesn't really ask for it. And as far as lasagna, I eat keto lasagna. So, and my husband prefers it the keto way anyway. He just loves the way it's a different taste. And so with that, it was helping me out a lot. I didn't have to worry about some of that stuff, giving up some of that stuff. So it doesn't really bother me. So with the noodles that was inside the chicken noodle, I just went ahead and tossed those out, because I was like, yeah, I don't need that, because I don't like, it's not even necessary for me to eat it, because I don't like it. And then if I do eat it, I'm just being super fat and greedy, because I know darn well I don't like this, but yeah, I'm eating it because I haven't had anything else to eat except for puree or liquid food. And I was like, nah, I'm not even getting ready to mess up my diet for some food that I don't even care anything about. One thing that I do love, I love cheese. So any kind of cheese, and the fact that we can't have all type of cheeses, it's kind of messing with me, but it's okay, because as long as I get to eat cheese, I'm fine. There's some things that I've already broken ties with and didn't even eat it during my food funeral, because I didn't care for it anymore anyways. Oh, that glow when I went up under that viaduct, yes, Lord. But what else do I eat? I eat a lot of shrimp and salmon, a lot, and he made me miss my turn because he sped up behind me to get in his little turning lane, and then didn't even turn down that way. Got back in line. I missed my exit, but a jerk. But I try some pureed foods. I took some ground turkey, put it in one of the 4-ounce bowls, put it some cottage cheese on the top, and then I put it into the little food chopper. And I'm gonna do a video where I show you guys all of this stuff so you can know exactly how it looks. I always measure my food out before, but now I don't have to, because what I did was I went to Walmart and Jewel, and I found the Tupperware bowls, and they're like 3-ounce and 4-ounce, and then I got the baby spoons and baby forks. I didn't find that little bitty mini salad thingy or whatever it is that everybody's been getting. I just had stuff from my baby, and he doesn't use those spoons all the time. He likes to eat with his fingers, so I just took his spoons and I eat from those, and I'm okay with eating with those for the rest of my life. It's not, I don't really like silver spoons. I don't know why. It just feels like everybody had their mouth on it and slobbed on it, and I use bleach and soap, and it still bothers me. So therefore, I use paper spoons, and it's okay. I just keep on continuing to use the baby ones. It's fine. It's not too hard. You can find them at the dollar store, in the dollar store aisle, if it's too expensive. But Walmart usually has a really good deal on it. You can get a few in a pack for not even $4, $5, you know. And not to say that, you know, you cheap if you don't do it, because hey, I don't know nobody's spending habits and nobody's budget, so therefore you don't have to do anything that I do. But yeah, I use the baby stuff, and that whatever cannot fit in that bowl, I just cannot eat at the time. And I'll make sure that if it's something that I really like, that really tastes good, hey, I make sure that I make enough room. For the most part, I eat more green than I eat anything. So I just really miss eating my vegetables and eating my I really miss eating my vegetables. Like that's one of the things that I miss the most. Yeah, I gotta say that. Yeah, I kind of was depressed when I just said that, but yeah, I just want to eat my spinach again, my broccoli again, my cauliflower again. One thing I do, I'm happy about, I text my dietitian and I asked her, can I have mashed potatoes? Because I see, because I see that a lot of people are eating like mashed potatoes. And she told me that I can have mashed potatoes, but I needed to make sure that they were kind of like loose, which is fine for me because, yay, I don't eat mashed potatoes. I eat cauli mash, and it's even thinner than mashed potatoes, except this one has a little bit of bacon in it, and I like to eat it with a little bit of cheese sometimes. Sometimes I even like to eat, like, the only way I eat mashed potatoes is if it's like the one that's loaded with cheese or sour cream, basically. I don't like this light, and that's the only time that I'll eat that, so it really doesn't bother me. One thing I will say is that I'm just ready for some salmon. I'm almost there. I have a doctor's appointment on Friday, and by then I'll be like a few days into my 3 weeks, and hopefully he says that I can go to soft food, because I did the clear liquids. Those days were spent in the hospital, and then I went to full, and I don't think that I have a pureed stage with my doctor. I think he does full and pureed together. I think like the first half of the week they're pushing for the full and then the pureed, because they gave me this book and it doesn't have pureed stage in there. It has soft stage A, soft stage B. If that's pureed, let me know. But if not, I don't think that there is a pureed stage, because my dietitian is telling me to eat certain things that you would eat on pureeds during my full liquid diet. So I think that your girl gonna be able to go to soft foods. I take down stuff really well. I make sure that I don't stuff myself. I actually got stuffed a little bit with soup, because with the ground turkey, not the soup. The soup and the ground turkey, I think that did happen to me twice. And I had to lay down a little bit because every time I burped, I taste like the food and it was like coming up a little bit, like stuck in my throat just a little bit because I had added mashed potato to the cream of chicken. I mixed the cream of chicken and the cream of broccoli together, and then put two little baby scoops of mashed potato in there. It was thicker, and so yeah, I think that will make you fuller